my shoulder, twisted it, pushed me inside the passage. You killed the soldier in Bindura, that's where we are taking you, we are the police. Tried to deny it, I was hit with a rifle butt here, I kept quiet. Pushed me into my room. Now you are going to show us the material you are using to mobilize for the demonstration on Friday. We know you went to Maldives to receive training so that you lead in mobilizing citizens to join in these protests. But we are going to teach you a lesson today. We know your room is full of United States dollars, which were given to mobilize the young people here. So you try to deny it, they will beat you. You keep quiet, they will beat you. That was the ordeal. But it did not last, I think, 2 minutes in there. Whilst the other guys were busy throwing my things down, books, clothes, everything on the floor. 3 of them, still twisting my hand, started dragging me outside. At our neighbor's place, there is a fence. I noticed it was pushed down. They made me jump over into the road where there was parked a Honda CRV, must have been whitish or cream in color. It had no plates. There were about 3 or 4 others waiting, again with balaclavas on their faces. When we got there, they hit me hard in the ribs. When I buckled over, they put a sack on my head and shoved me at the back. One of them sat on my chest, the other one sat, around my legs there. They all piled in the car. It took off at high speed. They pointed guns at my head. I could feel it through the sack. Somebody was just using something blunt to jab at me, saying all kinds of things. Bomba wako achakura, Isa, referring to my employer, Briggs Bomba. We've been aware of what you were doing all along. That today, this is the day you're going to pay for it, since you are not going to live another day. There was nothing I could do. I endured about 30 to 40 minutes of that ordeal. Then we arrived at a place which was Bambi. I could tell we had moved from a normal road surface to a Bambi surface. When they stopped the car and shoved me outside, I could tell, because there was some light from the distance through the sack, that there was water around, ditches or quarry area. They stripped me naked. Then one of them took what I later on realized was a wool spanner and hit me very hard on the leg. That's what broke my leg. I screamed and I fell down. I had never experienced such pain before. And then everybody joined in. They started hitting me. The guy with the metal thing was hitting under my feet consistently, for both the broken leg and the other one, which was not, just under the feet. Somebody was hitting my thighs going up here. It went on for some time, then they turned me over. Then they started hitting me at the back. And this time there was now something like a stambok, because I could feel my flesh tearing every time they could beat. It went on and on and on and on. Then somebody I could hear was talking on a radio, because they had a radio, the one which police use. They were talking on the radio. Then somebody just came and hit me savagely on this left hand. I heard my fingers cracking. That stopped the beating. I think I was just nearing, unconsciousness. Then after a few minutes of caucusing on the side, they came and they started pushing me into the ditch, rolling me over until I submerged. Somebody adjusted the sack on my head, then I just submerged in the ditch. I must have blackened out, because when I came to, I was choking in water, drinking water in darkness. I tried to use my left hand, I could not. But eventually I managed to get the sack off with my right hand. I realized I'm in a ditch. It's a shallow pool of very dirty and smelly water. I dragged myself out. tried to stand. I realized my leg could not support. I was crying, but I realized if I stay longer, I was going to be inactive very soon. I started crawling. That's how I bruised my knees here. Just crawling, following a path. I would stop, crawl again, crying, but there was no one. After, I think, almost an hour of doing that, I saw some light. I think it was a motorbike passing in front. And I realized it must be a road. When I got to it, across the road, I could see a house with a light. I crawled there. I started shouting loud, "Ndibatsireiwo, ndibatsireiwo." I must have done it for close to 10 minutes with no response. And when the response came, oh, bad news. The guy came with a pistol and he was firing 3 times. Then, who are you? We know you are robbers and we know your tricks. You're going to die. No, I'm injured. I'm injured. I'm a victim. I think the wife must have, understood me, because she talked to him and later on they came with a torch and looked at me. Well, I don't blame them. I was whitish with quarry dust on me. I had no clothes. But eventually, they understood that I was in great need of help. So he took 2 of his neighbors and they drove me to Hatfield police station. When we got to Hatfield police station, the pain was overwhelming me. I just said, please, I need to go to the hospital. They said, look, we can't help. Ambulances need money. I remembered 3 numbers of colleagues, out of my head. One of them got through Ashley Funya from his nurse. And he was conducted and coordinated that there be rapid response to remove me there. But one other thing which occurred whilst I was at police station, which I think you should note, there's a gentleman who came and he said, I heard somebody was beaten up. I want to know the story. The police asked, who are you? And he said, look, I met the police, at the gate. There is a guardhouse. I asked for permission to stay at the guardhouse because it's dark. I have nowhere to go. But I heard somebody was in. And I told the sergeant, look, I can bet my last $1. The voice is one of the people who were beating me up. I might not have seen him because of the sec, but I'm certain from his voice, this is one of the people who were beating me up. And I'm not comfortable. He said that he's not a dude. The guy was asked to leave. He went back to the guardhouse. I later on indicated that to my lawyers also, and they came. Then after some time, colleagues arrived to assist me. Rapid response moved me from police station, and the next thing I remember, I think I was with drips and already at Avenues Hospital.